Rodtang take on Takeru. I knew he was gonna murk him. I knew it.
His fight and against Sakura, I mean, it's gonna be a great fight, but I think Rodtang's gonna eat him up alive.
Then you're gonna go like this. You're like, bully, bully. Then you're like this. You'll go back there. So you're like, let me know when you're ready.
When it's kickboxing and Muay Thai, Rodtang will stay right here at the edge of that void, almost inside the void, right here. Loose. That's the first left hand, get across. Another one. 3, 2. Oi! Oi! What is going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. We have another breakdown for you. Recently, 172 just crowned its new flyweight champion, and they also had Rodtang take on Takeru. So we're gonna be breaking down both these fights on this video because they both ended in the first round, and I wanted to combine them both together for you guys, just so you guys can enjoy some fresh knockouts. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to go live. Now we have a rematch with Adriano Moraes taking on Yuya Wakamatsu. While they're getting ready to jump into the ring, I'm going to give you guys kind of, a precursor of what's about to go down. Not what's going to go down, but what has happened before. So I fought Adriano. He knocked me out. I came back. I knocked him out. And then I beat him in the trilogy. And then after that, I kind of went dormant, was trying to figure out my life, wondering if I wanted to fight again. And the answer was no. So I retired. When I retired, you had Adriano, who fought Danny Kingdad, and he beat Danny Kingdad with a guillotine choke. And then you also had Yuya Wakamatsu. He was up and down. He was winning and losing. Now they have these two number one contenders to fight for the vacant belt that I last held. And here we are. They are in Japan, Saitama Arena, about to fight. Now these two have fought before. When they fought the first time, I was there live, and I felt Yuya Wakamatsu was getting the better of the exchanges on the feet. And Yuya shot in for a shot, and then Adriano coming to guillotine, and that's how the fight ended. So coming into this fight, I didn't know if it was going to be in a ring or a cage. Now that it's in a ring, that favors Yuya Wakamatsu a lot more because he's a striker. He can track him down, and the ring is a lot smaller than the cage. The cage is absolutely massive. So Yuya Wakamatsu was able to finish Adriano Moraes, and we're going to break that down for you guys right now. The little piranha. He's a big fucking dude too, man. He's got big ass legs and calves. Let's get the epic pin out so we can get it down, boys. Wakamatsu. Ryo Shonen, legend of the game. And Adriano, I believe, is... I feel like he's like 36. So he's getting up there in age as well. Let me see. That's what they don't do that the UFC does. They show like kind of stats. Weight, da-da-da-da. Adriano... Adriano is 35, so he's still young. He's still got some time left if he wanted to fight more. Actually, he's going to be 36 this year. All right, here we go. Here we go, boys. Here we go, boss. All right, here we go. Okay, now remember, it's a cage. Excuse me, it's a ring. So remember, in a ring... there's 4 corners. 1, 2. And right now, Adriano doesn't have a lot of area to, for him to get away. It's not, he doesn't have as much space as he does when you fight in a cage. There's not enough space to do it. The void's there. Yuya Wakamatsu's in the center of the in the ring, and he's able to control where he wants to go. So it's a lot easier for him to track him down and be able to, land combinations. So right off the bat, you can see Yuya Wakamatsu taking the middle of the cage and the ring and being super aggressive. Let's continue. Right. And the whole time, okay, Adriano takes the center. But with it being so small, the person on the outside is constantly, Adriano, if whoever's in the middle, this person's constantly circling this way and this way because his back is already on the ropes. Nobody's in the middle yet, but whoever's in the middle in the ring has a better option to decide where he's going to go. Right now, they're pretty much even. Ooh. Okay, now they're in the nice sweep. Try to take the bounce. Very nice. Nice knee for Adriano. And then Adriano backs all the way up. Another shot. Oof. Nice combination from Adriano. Adriano's constantly circling, constantly circling. Ooh, 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 damn. And I think the difference. Nice knee from Adriano. Nice knee from Adriano. So I come to a conclusion of this position right here that I feel you're better off either letting this go and then coming up for the clinch and going back in, because once you're locked in here, you can't really get the inside ties. But you come to the clinch and drop down into the shoulder, I feel you can get into there. As I sit here watching this. Ooh, ooh. Oi. And here's the difference. When Yuya Wakamatsu strikes and comes forward, he comes forward. When Adriano strikes, he goes backwards. He hasn't gone forward and met him inside here and fought. It's a jab, circle, jab, cross, back out, circle. And that's why it doesn't have a lot of, it has sting to it, but it doesn't have a lot of power in it. Where you see Yuya Wakamatsu, he's constantly going forward, constantly pressuring, constantly, when Adriano's constantly circling. So all of his momentum is going backwards, where Yuya is going forward the whole entire time. They've been fighting. Watch. Okay. Goes forward. He's still going back. He hasn't. Still circling when he's jabbing. Still circling. Nice leg kick. Adriano still circling. Stops. Still circling. Running. He's still going forward the whole time. Going forward. Forward. Always forward. Ooh. 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 Oi! Damn. But I feel like the biggest difference is that one was going forward the whole time and one was constantly circling, trying to find like a better angle and not have that dogfight, which there's nothing wrong with that. But when you don't have as much space as you would in a ring, you have to, it's almost like you're forcing that. I was actually shocked that Adriano didn't shoot for a double leg or a single leg and run off of that a little bit more. And that's what I was kind of like surprised about. And I did think Adriano was going to win it just because he has the grappling ability. But Yuya Wakamatsu did a good job of just constantly pressuring Adriano over and over and over when they're fighting and not letting him get an opportunity to do anything. Let's see if we're going to show a replay of it. Yeah, they will. But that's the biggest thing I'm watching is like, you see, and that's how Adriano fights. Look, he's blocking. That uppercut gets in. That doesn't get in. Okay, it was probably that uppercut. That right hand landed. Yeah, that was it. But when you watch it, in the whole scheme of things, is that you see Adriano's constantly circling, constantly moving, never going forward to oppose his will on Yuya Wakamatsu. Which, that's how Adriano sets up his traps. He forces you to come across the void, catches you coming across it, using his length, running left and right. But when they fought the first time, I felt that Yuya Wakamatsu was winning on the feet, and then he made a mistake and shot him for a double leg, and then Adriano caught him. So congrats to Yuya Wakamatsu, the Little Piranha, the brand new flyweight champion in one championship. So he'll be crowned the new champion. And, you know, it's a good fight for Yuya Wakamatsu. I'm happy for him. Now we're probably going to see Yuya Wakamatsu versus Reese McLaren. It'd be kind of interesting to see what Adriano does next. Does he stay at 125? Does he go up to 135? You know, I think he's been the longest reigning champion in one championship. He's been a champion. He's won the belt. He's lost to Jay Eustaquio. He's won the belt. He's lost to Kairat Akhmatov. He's won the belt. Then he's lost it to me. Then he lost it to me. He lost again. And then he lost to Yuya Wakamatsu. So he's in this domain where it's like he's fighting, trying to find out where he wants to go. And he's going to be 36 in April. So we'll see where he goes from here. But let us get to the main event. Let's get to right here, boys. Right here. Now, if you guys haven't watched it yet, I spent time with Rodtang in Thailand for the Mighty Journey. Go back and watch that. He is taking on Takeru. That's how I would say Takeru. Taking on Takeru. I knew he was gonna murk him. I knew it because I seen him before, and he got dropped his last time. If you get dropped, it's pretty much a game over when you're fighting Rodtang, because you got to have angles, you got to move. If you don't move and have good angles and more space to run, like Jonathan Haggerty, you're gonna get eaten up by Rodtang, especially a 5-round fight. It's only a matter of time until Rodtang crosses the void and he puts his leather fist on your face. So let me see if I can get it. Takeru. But I knew Takeru was going to lose because his last fight, he got dropped, and Rodtang is just an absolute beast. He was looking absolutely shredded. You know, and the hardest thing is how do you fight somebody who can take a shot, right? How do you fight somebody who can take a shot? That's the hardest thing when you fight Rodtang. I hit him as hard as I could, and he just smiled. And I'm grateful I didn't fight him in Muay Thai and kickboxing. Look at that. Like, a guy who can take shots like that, dog, I mean, you got to fight him for 5 rounds. A lot of people said it was karma for how Takeru was treating his sparring partners. If I can pull up some of his sparring partners that he was beating up, you guys would see what I mean. Takeru sparring well, I don't want to bring it up because it's going to be copyright, but he was literally knocking out his sparring partners that literally had no way in surviving any of that stuff. So let's fast forward. Here we go. Don't want to hear the story. Here comes Rodtang. Look, they all know they all looking at Rodtang like, oh man. All right, here we go. I knew he was gonna beat his ass. I knew it. Yeah. All right, here we go. So no elbows. So if you guys had never watched kickboxing before, kickboxing, there's only punches and kicks. You can throw knees, but you cannot clinch. You cannot catch kicks. If you catch a kick, you have to catch and throw a strike immediately, I believe, or that might be Muay Thai. I could be wrong. Don't quote me. Look at the rule books yourself. But no elbows, which I think that's Rodtang's greatest strength is his elbows. All right, here we go. Now this didn't last very long. Didn't last very long at all. Right away. Inside. Right? And so when it's kickboxing and Muay Thai, Rodtang will stay right here at the edge of that void, almost inside the void, right here. Picking away at the leg kicks. Kicking away the inside, outside, push kicks. Waiting for a response from the overextend so he can capitalize or he's going to go. He can do both. He can counter and he can go forward, angle off right hand, angle off elbow. Obviously no elbows for this because it's, you know, kickboxing, but he sits here and wait, and so does Takeru. I think Takeru would have done better if he would have been, he's not as long as Jonathan Haggerty. If Takeru would have went around, throw the jab, pop, move, pop, pop, move, you know, move off. When he comes in, try to do combinations, shut him down, mix it up. Like, I feel when you fight Rodtang, you have to be a strategist. You can't beat power when you ain't got the power to knock out the powerful Iron Man. All right, let's continue. Yeah, nice coming forward. He's coming forward. There's that push kick we talked about earlier inside. Whoosh. That was the first left hand. You get across. Another one. 3-2. Misses. Takeru misses. Go back and forth. But the thing that's different about kickboxing and Muay Thai mixed martial arts, it's so calm. It's like, look how calm Rodtang is. He's sitting there. I mean, that's granted when somebody has 300 fights too. Oof. Oi! 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 And very, very good on his corner. When I watched this, I was very impressed by his corner saying, hey, they knew this was going to happen. Hey, collect yourself and get back to your feet. I thought that was very, very impressive from his cornerman and him looking at his cornerman. Yep. Yep. And I think he waited a little bit too long. Because he knew exactly, like, when it's a 10 count, you almost want to wait and get your full 9 and then get up. Or get up at 7 or 8. But once that 8 gets up, Rodtang's going to come over there and he's going to put the hurting on him immediately. So it's a very hard game to play. Like, when you get up, can I get up? Am I ready to get up? It's a very hard thing to solve. Where in mixed martial arts, you get dropped like that. You can grapple. You can take your time. Charles Oliveira is very good about that. He gets dropped. He lays on his back, waits, relaxes, see what his opponent's going to do. If they're going to come inside and start trying to pass guard, or are they going to allow Charles Oliveira to get back to his feet and start going again? But once Rodtang was set on fighting him, okay, he comes across a void. He eats this shot. Rodtang eats this shot right here. boom. So Rodtang eats this shot right here. Okay. Rodtang eats this shot and absorbs it. Right. We're talking about this in the gym. Like Rodtang was in a good spot to take that shot. So Takeru gets hit with this left hook. Boom. He eats it. Comes off. They're both at the exchange. Rodtang eats that shot while Takeru slips it. Eats that shot. His neck is fucking turned like Beetlejuice. Eats it. Okay. Still going forward. Comes up and look at this one right here. Throws another left hook and that just and he eats another shot. So he ate 2 shots to deliver his shots. And that shot was the one that put him down. Right there. Boom. It was a shootout. Rodtang run the shootout. He's got the tougher armor. Here's another angle. That landed. That landed. Look at this right here. Look how that fucking landed, too. This landed perfectly. That landed perfect. Textbook perfect. On the chin. Rodtang misses that shot. Lands perfectly. Look. Rodtang goes, is that all you got? Then wham! Yeah, dude. I knew that was going to happen. I just feel Rodtang is on a different level right now. I feel if you're going to beat Rodtang, you have to be a technician. You have to be a strategist. And the word on the street is that Chatri said that his next fight is going to be against Jonathan Haggerty, I believe in kickboxing, for Jonathan Haggerty's kickboxing belt. So it'll be definitely different because I think Haggerty, his best weapons are his elbows. And he's going to be fighting up in the division. So Rodtang's going to go up to bantamweight, where he would not be able to be sucked down as in Jonathan Haggerty, because Haggerty's had a hard time making 135. So boys, if you enjoyed this breakdown, please leave a like, subscribe, and also hit the bell to go live, and we will see you guys at the next video.